Welcome back everyone. As most of you know, with a lot of different consoles out there, including the PlayStation 5 controller, there can actually be a humongous risk of getting that drifting effect on your specific console. Now what is the drifting effect, or joystick drift? Well, essentially what happens is your console will actually go ahead, or your specific controller, the joystick of it will actually end up, harming some components within it, and randomly the controller will actually go ahead and start drifting, and maybe the joystick won't work, maybe it'll drift into one spot. And a great way to test this out is to go inside of any game, or really any menu of the game, and see if your controller, or if you're leaving your controller by itself, see if anything starts moving around in your display. If different items start getting clicked and all these different things, or the cursor starts moving around without you touching the controller, chances are your controller has joystick drift. Now what are some ways you can go ahead and limit this? Well, the first thing I would recommend doing is making sure you're not throwing your controller around, or you're not physically hurting that joystick too often. Now you should use it all you want. You should be more than welcome to feel comfortable using it. But like I mentioned, if you're constantly beating on your controller and if you're throwing it around and all that stuff, that can cause some massive issues on your PlayStation 5 controller, even beyond that joystick drift. But that drifting is one of the most common issues, and I don't know if it's a 100% guarantee that if you throw your controller around it'll happen, but chances are if you take good care of that controller and you don't throw it around and all that stuff, you should be good to go for the most part, and most probably you won't experience any type of that drift. Now another thing that I would recommend doing is getting some type of isopropyl alcohol and actually kind of lathering it around that specific joystick, both of them, as often as you want. Now I wouldn't go like every week or every month, but every month and a half or 2 months, I would recommend getting that isopropyl alcohol on a little bit of cotton swab and kind of, dripping some into that joystick, around the joystick part, and rubbing it around within that joystick, and pretty much doing that every so often. Now again, it's not a guarantee that something like this will fix it, but a majority of the time, like I mentioned, things like this can go ahead and take some precautionary measures to actually fix this specific issue. So again, not a guarantee, but it is something that I've seen, and maybe it'll go ahead and fix it for you as well. So those are some ways you can go ahead and limit your joystick drift actually happening on your console. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.